Let's do the clown. All right. Mr. Mayor Valentin Rodriguez, thank you so much for doing this for us here at the town. As a resident, business owner, and realtor, I thought that was real important that we actually have a chance to talk to you and see how COVID-19 has affected the town and what the town's been doing. So really, really appreciate you coming on this morning and doing this for us.
Well, good morning, Albert. I appreciate the invitation, and I'm glad that you're reaching out to our residents. We're dealing with COVID just like every other town with a lot of uncertainty. There are things we don't know. We don't know when we're going to be able to open back our parks. We don't know when we can have bigger gatherings. We're not sure how many residents are really affected, although we believe it's not a large number here in Lake Clarke Shores. We are running at a lower staff amount just because we have staff at home. Some of our staff are 65 and older, and we've asked them not to work. But the town is still operating. We have our police officers patrolling 24/7. We do have people at town hall who can, accept utility payments and handle permitting. And more importantly, I think for Lake Clarke Shores, we're becoming a closer town.
Why is that?
Well, what seems to be happening, Albert, is people are getting to know each other more because, social distancing says you have to stay far away, but it also means you can get out and exercise and walk and ride bikes. And as we do it, we're seeing hundreds upon hundreds of residents each day in the morning and the evening, walking around the lake, walking, biking, family groups together, sharing time together, people we've never seen out before, we're waving hands. We're talking to people at a distance. For example, you may be walking down the road and talk to a resident who's in their front yard, and you see a lot of, 20-foot distance discussions, and it's very productive because, before this virus, that was not common. We were all busy working.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a blessing in disguise. I hate to say it that way, but just to see the town come together and seeing people enjoying everything that the town has to offer. I mean, just to walk around the lake and being able to see that scenery and just take the time. It's been really nice to see the town to come together that way. Important question. If you could talk to every resident individually right now, what would you advise them during these difficult times?
Well, I'd ask them not to panic. Let them know that, here at Lake Clarke Shores, our goal is to treat everyone and help everyone with any issue they have. We're going to get through this together as a town. And we're a small town. We're less than 4,000 persons, but we are strong. And I just want to remind them, please follow the social distancing rules. You have to go to the grocery store or pharmacy or any other essential business, please wear a mask. Regularly wash your hands for 20 seconds or longer, use sanitizer, follow all these things, all these regulations, because they're really for the better of everyone. However, I do want everybody in town to just have an optimistic outlook because this is going to end soon.
Yeah, no, I'm really, really looking forward to that. How do you see the outcome for the town as a growth perspective after all this is done?
Well, I think people are going to say, wow, if I ever get stuck at home, there's no better place to stay than Lake Clarke Shores because it's a beautiful town. It's got a beautiful lake. You can take your boat out on the lake. You've got walking trails. The houses are beautiful. The people are nice. Everybody knows each other. I think what's being shared right now on social media is, hey, I'm unfortunately at home, but I couldn't pick a better home to be at. And that is because I live in Lake Clarke Shores.
Yeah. I was speaking to a resident the other day, and he was telling me that his kids were bored. And he was telling them, we have a house on the water with a boat right now. I mean, there's people that are trapped in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were going to be trapped somewhere, this is the place to be trapped.
I completely agree with you. You know, I have teenagers at home too, and I think the problem is they're bored, not in the sense that there's not a lot to do here in town. I think they just want to get out and travel.
Sure.
They miss going to school. They miss the routine of getting in a car. They miss the routine of going to the beach. But you know what? They're not really bored at home. It's a matter of perspective. There's plenty, like you said, there's plenty of things to do in your own home.
Yeah.
We see people cleaning out garages, cleaning roofs, doing yard work. A lot of people fishing on the lake, fishing off their docks. We are using our resources, our natural resources, quite well.
Sure, sure. I know you mentioned earlier that some of the departments are still open. I mean, is the town still business as usual, or how
It is.
are we handling that?
Our town is business as usual. We just don't have person-to-person contact at the town hall. So people have to call in if they need to have a permit done, and we'll meet them somewhere. Kind of like other businesses are handling things. We are accepting payments in a Dropbox and also encouraging everyone to go online, like most other places are doing as well. We're pretty much adapting to what everyone else is doing. As you know, our parks are closed, and until further notice, I'm just encouraging residents not to use them. But I see in the near future, in the next couple of weeks, we'll be gradually reopening the parks and other areas.
Perfect. Look, I know you're very busy. Is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to during these times in the town?
Well, you know, we've got an amazing town manager. He is working from home. He lives here in town. He goes in every evening and does work. He listens every morning and on the county's broadcast regarding an update on the virus. He has been proactive. He also is, you know, looking to the future to see how we can get out of this soon and how we can best walk out of it. He's also, along with myself and council members, we've sent out a flyer to every resident. They should be getting it this week. Just reminding them that we are together in this and asking them to be safe. Also, shout out to our police officers who are basically doing community policing. They're not actively doing a lot of police work because there's not a lot to be done, but they are doing community policing and they are there to help.
Perfect, perfect. Well, Val, I really appreciate it. Really do. I know you got a lot of things going on. So we will be talking to you soon. Please stay safe. And always, thanks for everything that you do for the town.
Thank you, Albert. Thank you. Have a good week. Stay safe as well.
You too. Thank you.